Hello, and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager. With me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with the 2018-2019 Quebec Nordiques. In case you've missed it, this is Franchise Hockey Manager 5, released earlier this month. Jeff, it's been almost 20 days. Does it feel like it's been 20 days?
Feels like 3 or 4 years at this point. I think I might have had a total of about 30 hours of sleep in that last 20 days.
Are you saying, okay, well, I guess you're keeping busy then. Taking a look, we started a game with the Quebec Nordiques. It's December 17th. We're currently sitting at a 500 record of 14-6 for 34 points. We're sitting 6th in the Eastern Conference Atlantic Division. Ahead of Detroit and Ottawa, just kind of as you would expect. We're not doing bad, we're just not doing great.
Well, we started pretty well. We're kind of sliding back now.
Yeah, had a couple injuries. Cast in the chat says, I'm watching from the rink tonight, work night, rink side. Thanks for tuning in, and hi you do. Big change in our league, so we added Quebec, did an expansion draft. We moved Toronto to the Western Conference Central Division, and they've actually slipped a little bit. They're now in second place in the West. Ironically, Winnipeg is in last at 15-21-0, which, if you happen to watch tonight's game, I don't know, maybe makes sense. But maybe
there's the least. I mean, they're off to a good start, and the surprising thing is Montreal is actually doing as well in this game as they are in real life right now.
Yeah, they're sitting at 35 games played, 47 points, 4th in the Eastern Conference. Just to take a quick look at the rest of the stats, and we can see, once it loads in, Alexander Ovechkin already has 35 goals on the year. Crosby's got 38 assists. So, lots of goal scoring right now.
Yeah, we did start this with an earlier version of the game and earlier build, and we've tuned the scoring down, so I don't think they're going to maintain those numbers through the rest of the year.
I don't know. Kovalchuk with 25 goals is probably the most surprising. We've got a game versus Minnesota here. TJ Brody's out with a corneal abrasion, so we've swapped in Joe Morrow. We're just kind of going to sim right through this. And we actually pick up an overtime win. So, not bad. Radek Faska has 2 assists. Grabner gets 1 goal. Awesome. Stephen John scores. Moving the puck around. Nylander scores. Bailey scores. Grabner scores. All first 3 guys scores in the shootout. Not bad.
Yeah. One thing I'm noticing with our lineup, the place where we're really lacking right now is we got pretty much no offense from the deep. TJ Brody is about our best offensive defenseman, and he's not a guy who's going to create a ton of goals, so that's probably our number 1 area for an upgrade we got to be looking at.
Maybe, just maybe, that's something we'll need to do. Ratcast says, does sim speed affect goals scored? It seems like when I put the clock on super fast, there's not a lot of goals scored.
Doesn't make any difference.
No. That's just about how fast you want to get through the game.
If you got done slow or regular speed, or even if you're just simming it out or games are being played in the background, it's all the same engine. The only scoring that's done that isn't using that engine is the stuff in the non-playable leagues. But other than that, everything is pretty much identical.
So 2-star player Brendan Gaughan is on waivers. I don't really think he's going to help us at all, so I'm not too worried about picking him up.
You'd probably want 2.5, 3 stars at least.
What I'm wondering about is, since Jeff was talking about offensive defensemen, taking a look at the trade block, and nobody of real interest. Our scouting is not very good in the NHL. We might have to address that at some point. 1 guy A, D, E's.
One thought I did have, if we want to pick up a little bit more scoring, Rick Nash, as he is in real life, is still out there.
We're talking about needing more defensive scoring. Do we really need to bring it up?
Yeah, but I mean, we need more scoring in general. We've got mostly 2 stars through the forward lines.
We'll look at a free agents, and Rick Nash is still available. Oh, with his 18 goals. Ooh. Fourth line center says, any tips for figuring out which tactics suit your team best, Jeff?
Basically, really down to personal preference. I'm trying to think of how you would approach that. I mean, for us, you got to look at the situation of the team and the players you've got available. Since we're an expansion team here, we can't get too crazy with risky offensive stuff, and just try to keep the games close and see if we can steal wins, which is what we've been doing, like that overtime game.
Rick Nash wants a 2-year deal, and I'm refusing. I only want to give him 1 year. I'm offering him now $7 million for 1 year.
But yeah, Radcast, that's not a bad idea. Trying to maybe we can get the assistant offering a little more advice instead of just flat out giving you the tactics. Although, I mean, you can always just ask the assistant for his recommendations, and then switch back from anything you don't want, and that'll give you a pretty good idea what.
Okay, if I offer him, I get offering him $7.5 million for 1 year, and he's willing to sign that now.
I mean, it's not like we're going to be using the money on anything else.
I'm not giving him a 2-year contract. I'm just no, it's not happening. He's not worth a 2-year contract.
Already slipping.
So he has been signed, so we need to look at a roster then. So who's coming out?
I'm guessing Grabner. I mean, he's the offensive guy that's sitting on the fourth line right now.
I got 5 goals.
In 35 games. Yeah, Grabner's getting you 10 goals a year, and that's...
Yeah, he's also on a 3-year deal.
Grabner doesn't do much besides score goals, so...
I'm just trying to look, see if... Yeah, I guess it's Grabner coming out. Replace him with... Rick Nash. He doesn't have a number, so I should probably give him a number right away.
Just advance it and it'll get the dialogue.
Should I put... try and... Well, maybe we'll look at trading Tobias Ryder. We'll put him on the trade block closer to the trade deadline.
Although he is one of your few guys with a little potential left.
Actually, I gotta, because I signed somebody, I gotta send somebody down or trade somebody. So let's shop Slater Kotick. And we get a number of trade offers. Montreal offers us 21-year-old Hayden Verbeek. No. 30-year-old defenseman from Boston. No. 23-year-old center. No. Nope. I just want.
By the way, you've only got 3 goalies in the whole system. You might want to pick up somebody just as a number 4 guy.
Well, we can sign our AHL guy if that comes to that.
Yeah, not seeing a whole lot of goalies in the free agent pool.
Ooh, we did not get a lot
really
of
sad. Now that I look at it, it's all like 0.5 stars.
For Slater Kotick. So do we risk waiving? Somebody is now the... I guess we could put... Okay, we could put Brody on... buy a little bit of time putting him on the injured reserve.
How many... He's only day-to-day, though. He's going to be back any time now?
Yeah, and apparently I can't put him on... Oh, no, I could put him on injured reserve.
But you're going to put him on for 2 weeks if you do that?
Yeah. Okay, well, let's shop Tobias Ryder, then. 8 offers.
Yeah, I might as well do that before you send him down. At least you can potentially get something for him.
Emil Johnson. Reject. Eric Gustafsson. Reject. I think right
in
now we have more
save I'm
defensemen.
looking at it. Not really getting a whole lot of great offers.
No. Well, teams know we're kind of stuck probably, so. Alright, so we're going to send Slater Cope down, and that's the only thing that makes the most amount of sense.
Flyers offered me Andrew McDonald.
Why would I want that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's only 1.5 stars. That was 2.5.
Yeah. There is a massive thing put. Yeah, that's fourth line. That's what Brody said. But yeah, I just. All right, we'll try this. Hopefully, we don't lose him. And Gudu's got a big chunk there for you, Jeff.
Yokohara with Keith since the start. Straining's always more competition. Yeah, so he's a little overmatched in the NHL right now, although I think he must have started that fairly early because I think we upgraded his ratings in the last update or two. Yeah, I think best things to do would be give him his bonuses in as many categories as you can because he's got a ton of unfulfilled potential, and he doesn't get a penalty for being getting the bonus in more than one category. So literally as much help as you can give him.
Alright, so this doesn't create lines to see if we can get any changes here. Rick Nash has moved up to our second line. I'm gonna redo some ice times here.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you maybe want to swap Fax Lowry around.
We'll see how it goes. Adam Lowry has the possibility of being up there, but
Yeah, he was actually a little overrated in the first set of ratings at the start of the year.
whoa,
So
whoa,
that's
Jeff.
for using it.
Whoa. Whoa. Slow your roll there. And we pick up a win versus Columbus. Winnipeg guys aren't overrated. They are clearly the most underrated.
Okay. I'm sorry, the guy who's never broken 30 points in the season is clearly underrated.
This showed his five versus five. They're like one of the top lines in the league. How are you feeling about the start of your Vancouver Canucks, Jeff?
Well, we got Besser injured now too, so our two best guys are gone already. 5 and 4. I think this is gonna go like it did last year. Decent start and then slowly decline to our usual lottery pick status. Interesting that Nielsen's kind of pushed out Markstrom from the starter's job, or was close to it at this point.
Yeah.
You happy with the Jets so far?
Well, I'm not happy with the loss tonight. They're still not
last
playing
night, but I mean, you're still 6-3-1.
But it could be worse. And we just lost Calvin DeHaan for 3 weeks.
Brossois, the backup's had a couple of games. I liked him when he was in the WHL.
He has.
Yeah, DeHaan was the one defenseman that was producing offensively for us.
I hope I just sent him to the injured list. Okay.
waived him,
I've
then,
occasionally been like, you have waived him, and I'm like, no. Canucks could unite the Hughes brothers. Fourth line center says they could. And then they would probably lose them because neither one of them wouldn't sign. Jeff, you know it to be true.
Yeah. Like all those guys are lining up to play in Winnipeg, right?
There it is, yeah.
I love those Manitoba winters.
Yeah, but you can come here and win. That's the thing. Ooh, snap. Ah, this music's so relaxing.
See, I can't hear it. I got no idea what you're playing now. Could have Slayer on for all I know.
Yeah, that's... unfortunately, we can't really do that, because you would see ads if you're watching this on YouTube all the time. And we don't want to do that to you right now. Josh Manson's almost back to 100%, so that's good. It's still weird seeing the champion is Washington Capitals, I will say that. Alright, so there's a 1.5-star goalie on the waivers, Jeff. Patrick Rybar from Detroit.
It's not like he's worth picking up off of waivers because we're not going to keep him on the roster.
You know what? Let's go check my lines here. Let's just create lines again, assistant. I'm going to avoid what Jeff said, and I'm actually going to leave Adam Lowry on the second line, see what happens. Game versus Calgary. Get TJ Brody a few more minutes. Send the game out, and we pick up the win, 6-4. Oh! Adam Lowry, 1 goal, 1 assist. Kicked the game off, 1-1.
Told you he was overrated.
Sure. Soon to reach champions Quebec Nordiques. Have you not been watching these streams over the past few years, Gudu? Have you not been watching close enough?
He's just trying to be optimistic. And we are above 500 at this point. That's much better than I figured we'd be doing.
And the Canucks picked up that goalie. So, there you go. And we're playing against the Canucks tomorrow. On December 30th. And game versus Vancouver. So let's play this game. So we can see. Jacob Markstrom's actually not doing bad. 914 save percentage.
Yeah, better than he's doing in real life this year. Actually fairly hot.
And we score less than 40 seconds into the game on the first shot. Radcast says, I want to see Adam wreck the 88 Oilers in the next stream. The 88 Oilers weren't even the best Oilers team.
Well, they were the good enough Oilers team.
No, that was the 90 Oilers.
Oh yeah, 88, yeah, I've got my years.
The 90 or 88 Oilers were the, we still have Gretzky, let's win one more. And we're actually kind of keeping pace with Vancouver here. It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Johansson scores. Eggs.
Off the rebound, yep. seems to be less of a gap between. We usually normally get a little bit of lag between what you're seeing and what's on the screen and what I'm hearing you talking about. It seems to cut down a little bit. I don't know if Twitch has done something differently or what.
At the end of the second, starting third. It's about the usual 30 seconds or so.
No, I'm watching it now, and assuming you're talking about the goals at the same time they're happening, I've got like under 10 seconds.
No, that's not bad either. And we're getting a goal happening here very shortly.
Like, say, what time are you seeing on the clock right now?
3:17.
Yeah, see, it was like 3:17 within about 2 seconds. You say
the guy who doesn't even play for Vancouver ties it up. And Jamie Olesiak just got hurt. And we're headed to overtime. Okay, so let's slow down the play-by-play to very slow.
I'll watch the shootout.
Well, apparently that still went really fast. Alright then, we lose. Despite getting 46 stop.
You have the clock speed still in very fast.
I did. Well, the good news is we still are over 500.
At the halfway point in the year, well, almost. One game short of it.
And at 41 points, which means we probably will not be making the playoffs. But
Buffalo and Florida weren't too far in front of us. What do the standings look like now?
I'll take a look in a minute. Henrik Zetterberg is still playing in this game so he's the best role model. Hard to argue with any of those stats.
So did that. He should have been in the preset injuries. Oh, he's still injured, isn't he?
Sorry, I had to step away for a minute. So whatever Jeff said, I don't know.
Just a non-stop rant about the Jets.
I'm sure. And Crosby takes away the best player. Vasilevsky takes away from best goalie. Development report, which is what we were really interested in. Everybody's going up. Including some of our 20-year-old rookies we signed, which is good.
Well, you would hope they'd improve, yeah.
Although they're not doing that great. But, you know, it is what it is.
What do the standings look like?
That's what I was just going to go check. And so, I click my side button over here. We are still sitting in 6th place in the Atlantic at 41 points, tied with Carolina.
Yeah, Google's right. I told about the Jets' illustrious history in 20 seconds while you were away. I reviewed all their playoff successes.
I don't imagine. Best team not to win Stanley Cup in the 80s. As some people would say. Not me. They were a good team. I don't know if they would have won the Stanley Cup. But alright, so not doing that well. If we take a quick look at our AHL farm team. Take a look at their roster and see how...
I'm trying to find out where... Okay, yeah, Pacific Division. No, they're actually doing pretty well.
Okay, so Coombs is leading the team, Jack Coombs, with 39 points through 41 games. Jason Dickinson, 31 points through 41 games. Gustav Olofsson putting up some points. 23 assists in 41 games. Not bad.
Yeah, they got some scoring at least.
Points. Oh, that's the Vancouver guy we took. Jake Virtanen. 21
who's actually finally off to a decent start this year. In the NHL, not in this game.
So here, the Cosmos are, sorry, standings. Which reminds me, I need to get a logo for them, Jeff. Yeah, second place in the Pacific Division. Wait, why is Fort Worth in the Pacific? Well, I guess that makes sense.
It'll just slot into whatever, because they only had 7 teams in that division.
Now there used to be.
But I mean, it sort of works.
Yeah, there used to be a team in Fort Worth.
Yeah, Fort Worth Texans was the Islanders' farm team in the 80s.
And we lose again to Vancouver 4-3. Harsh.
Well, you're helping the Canucks' playoff chances, if nothing else.
Well, we want that first pick, Jeff. We want that first pick. What we need to actually look at here, it's now January, we should maybe look at guys who are becoming free agents.
Yeah, you probably need to re-sign a few of your guys. Or at least the ones that are worth re-signing. Johansson's the big one.
Oh, that's not sounds very good. We were at 6-4-3 this month, but our owner is concerned about our long-term perspective with the team. Ooh, we're down to about 50%. Come on, Kevin. We're these unrealistic Vegas expectations are really hurting us.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we got a really impatient owner or something this time.
So upcoming free agents. So who do we need to sign? I'll offer Chase DeLeo a contract if he. I'm trying to offer him a 2-way contract.
Yeah, it's really not Josh Bailey on that list.
What's that, sir?
That's, as I was going to say, it's Bailey. I saw Bailey on that list and wondered why he was there, because he's got that huge contract from the Islanders that we're still carrying. But wrong Bailey.
I guess I could offer Eunice. I wonder what he wants. $1.2 million for 2 years. But I'm going to try and offer him a 2-way contract as well. But we'll offer him probably, what, $120,000 to be in the minors.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing we've got a little bit. If we can get one of the goalies improving, we can probably move one of them to get a better, defensive prospect or skater.
Okay, he doesn't want a 2-way contract, so.
Yeah,
I'd try for him 170 in the minors and see what he does.
Well, one thing we do have is cap space right now.
Oh, I don't want to. He's still a prospect. Alright, there we go. What does Marcus Johansson want, I guess? He wants 5.17 for 3 years. At age 28. That's not bad.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
I will do that. Nobody else I'm really sold on super hard. We could let them go or trade them away.
I mean, a few of those young guys are worth keeping. They're only 1.5, maybe 2 stars, and they got 2.5 star potential. So those are guys that could be playing for us, or at least giving us some 3rd and 4th line depth in a couple of years.
Yeah, but it's more what they want. Like Jason Dixon's got he's got a minimum qualifying offer of $160 million. Or
I'll still take a 2-way though.
Holy cow! I'll try and offer him a 2-way contract. Let's try that again. 962,500. Offer him 100,000 to be in the minors. And he says that's okay. All right.
Yeah, so you can...
Justin Bailey. What's he want for? Well, 825. Offer him a two-way contract for, let's say, 90,000. He thinks that's fair. All right. Offer Dylan Hetherington 1-2, I guess. He's in that same ballpark. I guess Gustav Ola sometimes actually come along too. What's he want? Oh, same thing. Only wants a 2-year deal though.
Yeah, so I mean, we're able to get all these guys locked down for 2 or 3 years, and somebody out of that is going to develop, you would hope.
Contracts. What's Colton Sisson wants? Because we might be moving him. He wants a 1-way contract for 715, or sorry, that's a minimum qualifying. He wants 1.43 million for 3 years. That's enough. I'm not sold on that. We'll hold off on offering him a contract then. And maybe we consider moving him for a draft pick, because we only have draft picks 1 through 7. And basically everybody we offered a contract has signed, so that's cool. And a few guys on waivers, nobody of interest. Gaughan is ready to resume skating, so that's good. Games versus Chicago and Montreal. Montreal's clinging onto a playoff spot.
Yeah, they've slipped a little bit though.
Yeah. Chicago is sitting right in the middle, so I guess we'll kind of keep the lineup as it is. See if Grubauer can pull out a win for us, and he does. 6-3 win over Cam Ward and the Blackhawks.
You're gonna screw up our draft pick.
Well, we might not be around long enough if we don't pull off some wins.
True enough.
Just got injured.
I think as long as we get out of this season and are halfway decent, that job stability should go up a little bit, but
I don't know. Vegas expectations are really ruining things.
yeah, we just had a coach fired here in Kelowna, Jason Smith off the Rockets. They started out 4-10, and they've got the Memorial Cup next year, so I guess they got a little impatient with him. Adam Foote's going to be running the team now.
Oh, really? That's who they got? Okay.
Yeah, which seems like a slight conflict of interest with his kids on the team, but...
Well, you know he's attending games, then.
Yeah, I mean, if he should be a fairly entertaining team, they play like he did.
So we lose 5-4 over Montreal, throwing UC Saris in net. Had to Cal Jannarok out. And we threw Tobias Ryder in there, which isn't too much of a downgrade even.
Saros got his 2.5 stars yet, or is he still on 2?
It's an excellent question. I will look at it in a minute. I believe he's still at 2.
Just looking at the training screen, you might want to take the goalie training off of Grubauer and put them both on Saros, because he's the one that's got the unfulfilled potential. Grubauer is about as good as he's going to get.
Training.
Yep. So then in a new place under the team menu.
Thank you. I'm looking for it in the old place. I don't think I did.
Yeah, I took it off there. It's a separate screen now. Yeah, just like that. And uncheck it from, yeah, there you go. Oops, you took it off.
Oh, I did. I did it like 3 times. Don't worry. I was just checking things. So UC Saros has both mental training and goalie training.
You might want to take somebody off of physical training. That's kind of a low bonus. I don't know if there's any point to giving it to Alexiak.
Or should I leave it on Jordan Stahl? Maybe I should leave it on Jordan Stahl.
And same with offensive. Wow, defensive is even worth it. You really spread that out thin.
I didn't touch this.
Was that the AI?
This is the AI who did it.
Okay, give it a little help then.
Take Manson off defensive training.
And you might as well take Nash off of mental training. He's not going to get much better at this point. Oh, you got the assistant turned on too. Yeah, you should switch that off if you're going to be setting stuff manually like that. Otherwise, it'll revert to it.
I will in a minute. I told you I didn't set any of this.
Yeah. Question from Guido: will physical training add longevity to older players? It'll slow down and decline, so sort of. They're not likely to decline quite as fast if you're giving them that, but the only thing that's really going to be somewhat useful in an older player, and even then there's limitations like with Nash, the age he's at now, is mental training, since that'll continue along a little later than the other categories will.
You're going to try and blame me some more for something that's not my fault?
No, you do it all the time to me, so...
that's because we know you've put the game that like Winnipeg can't beat.
Right, clearly. Yeah,
Vancouver. How come you
so
asked
all
to
those
keep seeing
Vancouver
my
Cups
save
that we've seen in these games, right?
What's that?
Because all the times we've seen the Canucks win the Cup in these games, right?
Yeah. You asked to see my save file, and then suddenly we can't ever beat the Canucks. It's crazy how that happens.
Yep, I somehow got in and altered the file that's on your computer. That's it.
Oh, you sent it back to me. That's exactly what happened. I am kidding, of course. Jeff doesn't actually do that. Although I think he should.
I would if I could, but...
The Canucks just become unbeatable in the last 10 seconds of the game. And we'll score a goal or a second if the puck's in the other zone. And UC Saros just can't pick up a win. 4-2 loss, and we dropped below 500.
The first time I think we've been below 500 since the start of the year.
And I guess TJ Brody should be ready to be back very soon, so that'd be good. Cal Janmark should be ready to come back into the lineup. No, Janmark's not ready. Oh, Gaughan's still a week or two away. Oh, man. Alright, we'll switch and throw. Well, Paul Maurice has been threatened to be fired. We'll switch and throw Michael Grabner back in. May have to consider putting him up on the trade block, I guess.
Yeah, well, maybe closer to the trading deadline, see if we get any offers for him. Although I don't really see why anybody would. Well, maybe Ottawa.
Vancouver. Vancouver might give up their first rounder for him.
Nah, he's been in Vancouver once already.
Exactly. They know what they'd be getting. Matt Oleski is on waivers.
In the game or real life? Is he?
Probably both.
Yeah, the Rangers just waived him today.
Nailed it. And Saros, I decided to put him in for another game, and he finally gets a win. Not just a win, but a shutout. 37 saves.
Nice.
But we just lost Josh Manson for 7 days. Due to severe
Going through a lot of
teeth
defense.
damage.
Severe what?
Severe teeth damage.
Ew. That stings.
I guess he took a puck to the mouth.
Apparently.
Like a hockey ball.
And Bobby Clark smiled.
I mean, you'd probably have a lot of swelling and a lot of pain. That would probably knock you out for a few days. Curtis Milkarani is on waivers. Oh, Gerald Gaughan has got fired in Vegas. And they've hired Doug Waite.
Oh, kind of impatient with him.
That is a downgrade
We're
if
off
I
to a
do
bad
say so
start,
myself.
but
Okay, we have to call up a defenseman.
I think Olofsson's probably the best option.
But then we gotta waive him.
I don't think any of the guys we've got are going to get picked up on waivers.
My luck, I didn't actually look at the schedule and we're off for this week. That would be my luck. Player needs to be signed number. Done. Cal Generox almost ready to be back. Thank goodness.
Had a little pause in the stream there. I don't know if that did anything.
No, it's fine on mine.
Okay.
So Generox back, so that means Grabner's coming out of the lineup. More scouting reports. So many scouting reports. Because we hired a few scouts.
Like about 40 of them.
Well, we need to cover a lot of area, Jeff. We're a brand new team.
True enough. There's just not a whole lot out there. We should wait and see what we get this off season.
And 3-0 win versus the Rangers. Olofsson picks up 2 assists. Rick Nash finally scores 2 additional goals for his second and third goal of the year and prove his worth as we get to 2019 and 8. as we approach mid-January and head towards the All-Star game.
Which I'm not really expecting any of our guys to be in, but you never know. Nylander might sneak in.
Toronto and Buffalo confirm a deal. Is it Jack Eichel for Austin Matthews?
I don't think so.
It is Connor Brown and the rights to Vladimir Bobalov for Jason Palmaville and Jacob Bryson. It's not a bad...
Yeah, fairly big deal for the Leafs, with both.
Looks like Buffalo should win that. I don't know. No, sorry.
Brown hasn't been doing much in this game so far.
Jacob Bryson looks like a pretty big star in the making. Gaughan is ready for full contact. So maybe I should keep Olofsson out, and he's playing well, and I should send somebody else down.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing we needed was some offense off the D, and if he's doing that, although I think everybody has to clear waivers, don't they?
Well, so does Olofsson if he goes, so...
Yeah, Momora's only 1.5 stars. I don't think he's getting clinked.
Probably not.
Same with Cuckoo.
Guy Boucher may get fired. Josh Manson is back. We got back-to-back games. Is Manson actually good to go? It appears he is. So let's replace Joe Morrow. I guess we take Brandon Coburn out of the lineup. We'll be the next guy. Take a look at the lines here. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. Play game. Send the game out, and we pick up another win. And Phil Grubauer hits 2 fires. Holy cow. 8-2 win.
Warming up just in time to trade him away for somebody at the deadline.
3 goals, 2 assists for Nick Ritchie. Liam Nylander picks up. Radek Faska picks up a few points. All right. Joe Armia gets on the scoreboard. Excellent. Antti Niemi is on waivers. Game versus Columbus, which means Saros is coming back in. And we lose 6-4. There's a 5 hot goalie. Not much we can do there. Outshot them and just couldn't get goals by. Or enough goals by. I mean, we did score 4.
Yeah, it's actually really good for us.
And Jack Hughes unsurprisingly leads mid-season draft rankings. Contracts. Not contracts. I don't want that. I want to go to injured list. Gaughan is back to the active roster, which means Braden Coburn's coming out. one is in. And I can't shop Coburn. Is he on a?
I think he is. Yeah. Let me check. Yeah, he's got no trade. But he's only got 1 year left on it anyhow, so it's not like we were going to get anything for him.
Well, we got to place him on the trade list, and then I'm waiving him. Send him down. All right. Taking a look at our lines here again. Gaughan's playing. Okay, I'm just going to redo these lines here. Reduce minutes. So Gaughan, Mason, Oleskiak, Brody, Olson, Johns. Okay, I'm good with that. Gouda Creative in the chat asks, is it right for every scouting report to mention how injury prone that player is?
Not really. I'm just when Gouda said that, I started flipping through the guys on your roster, and I only see it for a couple of them.
I mean, it's possible you would see it on multiple guys, but
I see it for Grabner. I see it. I've wrapped around Coburn, Gaughan, and I think one more, Morrow. But yeah, no, other than that, it's about 4 guys out of 23. That seems reasonable.
can't break apart from this 500 mark, Jeff. It's killing me.
Yeah, just enough to keep us in contention for a lottery pick.
And just enough to get us fired.
Nah, we'll be okay, I think. I just wouldn't go into any prolonged losing streaks.
And we pick up a win versus Carolina, 3-1. Put Saracen net, goes off the win. And we just lose Calvin Gaughan for 6 weeks. Really?
So, Gaughan.
Come on, Gaughan.
Well, speaking of injury-prone guys, you see the scouting report's accurate there.
Just gets back. No, 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 no. See, this is the mistake I made. I almost put him on the trade block to the injured list. So now I got to go redo my lines again because I don't think I want Joe Morrow playing top 4 minutes. And that's better. So we get a win, but we lose to our top defenseman for 6 weeks. That hurts. I like Calvin Gaughan, but man, come on. And we have, let's take a quick look at the rosters and see if anybody stands out. Nobody on the first team, on the second team. Nobody. Quebec is shut out of the All-Star game.
Not exactly shocking. I think it's going to be a couple years before we see one of our guys in there. CSI, welcome to the chat.
Hi, CSI 312. Thanks for coming out even though you're late. Oh, that's interesting.
What?
Well, we're playing a game on the same time we just found out about the All-Stars.
Yeah, it's because you've expanded the league and there's something wrong with the auto scheduler right now. That's it. It's not pausing on the All-Star break. We need to get that fixed.
Good to know. Was that a known one?
In the sense that I think I just put it on the list yesterday or the day before. Yeah.
All right. Then I know. Then I didn't misreading that because I didn't think I had seen that. So. All right. Okay, we are sitting in 12th place. We are, what, 8th place is 58 points. So we're only 6 points out of a playoff spot. That's not insurmountable. All things considered.
I wouldn't count on it.
I'm not saying we will, but I said, again, it's only 6 spots, so 3 games. And we see a bunch of guys on waivers. Nothing really of note for us.
Not still, I didn't really expect to be in this position as of late January.
52 points to 40. Nope. Through 44 plus 8. 52 games. Not bad. We will have to make some decisions in our next stream, though, as we are just approaching February here as to what we're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, normally we should be selling off the veterans and trying to get some promising guys to come in, but I don't know, is our job security at a point where we can really afford to do that?
Okay, I'm sorry. Toronto just traded for the rights to Wouter Peters, who is a goalie playing in the USHL.
Yep, Belgian kid.
That is an amazingly awesome name. CSI has a question in the chat there for you, Jeff, if you want to answer him.
Any issues with meeting demands with draftees? Not that I'm aware of. The only meeting demands thing that I know about was a possible problem with older, like early 20s guys, restricted free agents, possibly not getting or not realizing they're still they still have to sign an entry-level contract. But draftees, don't think so. What's happening when you try? No, that's kind of odd. And the demands are still like standard entry-level stuff? Oh, randomly historical game. Okay, so not an entry-level contract. Nothing I know of, but I'll take a look at that and make sure everything's okay there. What year are you playing in? $2001. Okay, started in 2000. Okay, I'll see if I can replicate that and figure out if there's something going wrong there, but nothing I'm aware of right now. And you lost to Detroit. How did you lose to Detroit?
Overtime. Actually, I noticed UC Saros was put in as the #1 goalie right now, despite his .891 save percentage.
Well, you want to get him developed, though, don't you?
Yeah. Board conference update, and things the season progressed decently so far. We're still 6-5-2. We're above 500, and he's mad about this. Really?
Well, I mean, after Vegas last year, they got
Come on.
expectations for expansion teams.
Those Quebec guys. Just hurting us. Coaches report on new players. Phillip Magnuson is still working on. Man, he hasn't played a single game in the ECHL yet. Because he's been on the team below the ECHL. Let's get him to San Jose and see if they'll play him. He should be good enough. Half-star guy.
They may be overloaded on veterans.
Maybe. Game versus New Jersey. Dubar is a 2-fire, so let's put him in again. And he picks up the win, 5-1.
Nice. Good way to wind it up.
Taking a quick look, Joe Morris scores his 5th goal of the year. Adam Lowry is 11th, Alexiak is 6th, Manson 9th, Alexiak 7th. Points scoring spread kind of is all over the place. Adam Lowry picks up his 22nd assist of the year. 30-point what? Jeff, what? 30-point what? And Gustav Olsson, offensive game rating of 49, not great, but his defensive game rating more than made up for it for a 63 overall.
Although he's the guy that's supposed to be producing offensively, so...
Well, if he's playing with Stephen Jones was 44 offensive game rating. Not bad, not bad. Joe Armia defensive game rating shouldn't be that low for Joe Armia. He's much better than that. Alright, not a bad spot to end. We are 2 games above 500, Jeff. Woo!
Yeah. Can't complain, really, unless you're our owner.
Yeah. So, thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. If you have questions, it's a great time to bring them. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. You can also find all of our streams archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments. Okay, Dallas wants Braden Coburn for 19-year-old winger Jason Robertson. How do we not do this?
Yeah, that's they must be desperate for defensemen, but is that just the rights to Robertson, or have they actually got him
for Texas?
Which is weird because he shouldn't be eligible for the AHL.
Says he's played 3 years in the OHL.
He's still only 19 though. But yeah, I mean that's 3.5-star potential. You definitely do that. I don't know why the Stars are doing it, but that
we don't have we don't have an actual rating on him, so he could be lower than that. Regardless, we'll complete that trade.
Yeah.
Because he could help us. Well, our scouting says 1.5 star, 3.5 potential. Taking a look at our scouting on him then. While we end this, so thank you very much for tuning in. If you want to talk to us about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, MLB Manager, anything else, come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums, where you talk about all things that you would like. You can also join our official Discord, which you can find the link on our Twitter page, which is the official Out of the Park Developments Discord. Jeff, did I miss anything?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything. We're continuing to work on the next update for FHM. Hopefully get a few more things fixed this week and maybe start adding stuff to the game, although I don't think we're going to be doing a big content patch quite yet, but that will be definitely upcoming in the future.
All right, so thank you very much, and we will see you all again next week with our 1932 historical game, right, Jeff?
Well, I may have accidentally deleted that, so I'm going to have to try recreating it now.
Jeff!
I always get a ton of test saves when I'm working on updates and during the immediate pre-release period, and I was cleaning all that out, and unfortunately I forgot that I had the good save in there. So if I can't figure out if I don't think I put it, I saved it anywhere. So I'll do what I can to create that.
Well then. All right. Well, thank you very much, and we'll see you all again next week.